Thank you everyone for joining, for being here even before time. Thank you, Christina, for joining. Teresa, it's great to see all of you. All right, so exciting. Um, I am really excited to hear how your week has been, to share. And in your updates, I would love to hear of progress, maybe any challenges that you've faced. And also, if you can add a an update as to whether you are coming to Author Nation. So I'll begin and I'll try and model that. Um, I've been doing well. I've progressed with a script. Yesterday, I got some good feedback from Corey in the WhatsApp group, and I've applied that feedback to the current script, and I would love to run it by you later today. I've also ordered a bad print copy just so I can have something to show, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Destiny and I have been working closely on several fronts, also launching or at least submitting pre-launch kind of placeholders of several other projects based on some of the lessons that we learned here. Um, so it's been an exciting week. This week I've also found that I will for sure go to Author Nation, which makes me so excited to hopefully see as many of you as possible. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now I would hear your um, feedback, how your week has been, and we'll begin with Christina and then Cody, and then the rest of the people that I'll be writing in the chat. So, Christina, how have you been?
Well, pretty well. Vicky and I met this morning and talked about our Kickstarter and updated some of our images, and it's moving along. I'm still waiting for the paperback book, which I have to track down. We got our collateral for the BoucherCon conference, our posters and bookmarks to give away with the QR code. And we have some more questions, of course, on the Kickstarter as we progress through it. And yes, I will be at Author Nation.
Yay, that's great. Thank you, Christina. Next, who did I say? I forget already.
Think you
Uh,
said me?
Yes,
Is that
now,
right?
yeah, Cody will be great, and then we'll go for Destiny and Danielle. Go ahead, Cody.
Great. Hi everyone. I got back from Seattle on Wednesday, and I feel like I'm just jumping right into everything. So I was there for Worldcon on a panel and meeting a lot of authors, and it was tons of fun. And like the first day I got there, I got my second round of copy edits back from the editor. So I'm going through those now. Basically, my goal is to finalize, this is for book three, by the way, to finalize my paperback and EPUB like in the next day or so. And once that's in to all the retailers, then I can think again about the Kickstarter, which will be for re-release, special edition, book one, paperback, hardback, audiobook version, EPUB. So I've got a little bit of a mountain to climb there, but I have I think a new cover artist that is a referral from another author. So he and I are talking next week, and if all works out, then he will be the one helping me with all of that, and that'll be fun because this will be, special edition hardcover, flashy, boom boom glitter. Will be good.
Great, that's
And I
great.
will be at Author Nation, and my plan is to have the Kickstarter live during the conference. But obviously, I won't have like the merchandise there. So that's the goal. So pre-launch maybe ready, I don't know, September sometime.
maybe next week.
We'll see.
It's pre-launch. It's like
Yeah, true,
we can do it together in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It needs 3 details from you. You're committing to nothing.
Okay.
It's pre-launch. Sorry for being so
Good. And
vocal.
then I can get feedback from you all. Okay, so I commit next week to getting feedback from you all on the like title, description, the pre-launch page. Yeah, I can do that. Thank
Great,
you.
buddy. I'm so excited to see you in person. Destiny, how has your week been?
My week has been good. I met up with some family I haven't seen in years yesterday, and I'm gonna see my cute little nephew tomorrow. So if you need me Saturday afternoon, do not need me Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna be preoccupied. And, well, as you said, the Kickstarter have been moving along nicely. Me and Bernadette yesterday have sent Love Berlin, Wolf Sisters, and Maria Promise to be reviewed. We should hear back from that in 3 to 4 business days. So Wednesday, Thursday. This is why I'm not math major. And yeah, I still been writing quite often. I have worked probably around 3 to 4,000 words this week. So yeah, happy days.
Well done. Well done on all fronts. And thank you so much for your incredible work and for pre-launching these campaigns. Next, Danielle and then Teresa.
Okay, so hello everyone. Nice to see you. Sorry I missed last week, but I've had a really busy week. I went down the rabbit hole of book cover design again because I'm still trying to finalize what I want to use for the Kickstarter cover. So that was fun, but I'm making a deadline by Monday so I can get a proof ordered and hopefully it'll be here in time or at some time during the campaign so people could actually see what it looks like. And then I also got some sample books delivered from Book Factory just to see what their materials were like. And they were actually really impressive. They were beautiful books. I could show you later if you want, just to. So that was exciting. I was on 3 podcasts talking about the book. I've updated my followers from 12 to 48 in the last 2 days. So that was exciting. I am having trouble. I'm trying to put the Kickstarter cohort sticker on my pre-launch page and it won't let me save it. So maybe we can talk about that later. And then Tuesday, I will be getting my Kickstarter reviewed for the cohort, which is exciting and terrifying. And then I will also be at Author Nations.
Thank you, Danielle. That's great progress. And I love your background. Maybe in the future, we can all do that for one session just to feel that. I think that's a great background.
Yeah, thanks. I was doing about publishing like an author business class and all of the authors have this in their thing. So I was like, I should probably just do that. So it was backwards for like most of the conference, but I figured out how to unmirror it. So
it looks great. Really looks great. And yeah, and I would love to, can you remind us of, so on Tuesday, there is the big cohort, right? With Oriana, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the link for that if people want to join, but I know Danielle and I believe also Christina are getting both of their campaigns reviewed during that.
That's so exciting. Yay, I'm so proud of us.
Vicky.
That's great. Well done. Well done. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Danielle. And next, Teresa, and after that, Corey.
Hey, my audio's on. Okay, cool. So, now everything's been great. The Kickstarter closes on Monday. It's 227% funded right now. So as of today, I'm at 1168, which anything over 500 was a win for me. I've got the 2 book fairs this weekend, so I'm getting ready for those. I do not have, I won't have the fiction, but I've got a QR code for, I'm going to be promoting the Kickstarter. And then I've also got if they want to buy all 6 of the paperbacks, I can get them for $60 with free shipping. So I can promote that. And then I'll have the old covers with me, one of each, so they can look at it. So I'm just getting all the table stuff ready to go. And that'll be, yeah, this weekend. Other than that, I'm excited. Oh, and Richard's not here, but I got his book and he included a bookmark. And it's the bookmark's beautiful. It's got the foiling on it. So this was supposed to be a stretch goal, but if he decided to just give them to everybody. So that came in like Tuesday. And unfortunately I forgot I don't have notifications for WhatsApp, so I haven't been interacting, but I'm gonna turn those on so I don't miss all the communication we've been doing. But that's it. That's it for me. So,
That's great. Well done. Well done. Great progress. Yeah, 200+%. I love that. All right. So next is Corey, then Isabella, and finally Victoria.
I don't have a ton to update on this week. I think last week I had said that I was going to send out my backer survey and that I was going to finish the bonus novella. I did send out the backer survey and it is 77% complete. So, I'll chase those down in the next couple of days. And I did not finish the novella, but I'm working on it. So yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot to update. I've just been like swamped with other book business stuff. So.
Okay, great. Great. I'm thinking for you as well, Corey, maybe a pre-launch eventually, like just some page for something.
Yeah, I know what my next project is going to be, and it is my plan to start working on that. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of August is like booked right now, and I'm looking at September before I can even start really thinking about all the design stuff and all the pieces. So which is only a week away. So, and then I'm in a master's program, and that will start on September 8th. So I'm feeling a little crunched. I think I'm feeling a little overextended, but I think everything will feel better once I've kind of caught up with my writing stuff.
Yeah, great. Well, keep updating us as to the novella. We'd love to hear that it's complete. I think you'll feel accomplished and
Yes, yeah.
it will be great. Perfect. Thank you, Corey. And thank you for the feedback on WhatsApp. It was really useful for me personally. So thank you. Isabella, how have you been?
I've been good. Yeah, I mean, the closer we get to November, the more crunched I feel. But it's all good. No big updates for the Kickstarter. We're just getting surveys in. I think we're crossed like a little over 80% completion. It's been open since August 3rd, I think. I did have a couple questions for folks about that because I know some people like just pledged without, wanting a reward. And I don't know if they really need to fill out the survey, like if I need to make them do that. And I also have a question about people who are switching from like a tier to a different tier. Is there a way to like update that on the Kickstarter end, or do I just like right now I've just been making like adding in the notes to self and refunding them as needed. But I'm wondering if there's an easier way to do that so that when I'm filtering in the dashboard, I can see like all the actual proper tier classifications. Because we did have a lot of people switch tiers since our top tier was an in-person pickup, and a lot of people didn't realize that, so they switched down. So that's mainly just kind of like logistical things. And yes, I will also be at Author Nation. So yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I wonder if later on you can share your screen and
Mhm.
we'll see if there's anything, or maybe we can even record a 1-minute loom and then maybe send it to Jamie,
Yeah.
or maybe. Yeah, I want to make sure that is answered. Thank you so much, Isabella. Last but not least, Vicky.
Hi, it's nice to be here with you guys. I have to leave early. I want to be sure to say that because I didn't want to be rude later, but I have something else at the end of the hour that I have to get to. But Christina said we've been working on kind of combing through the launch pages. We have it in pre-launch, and we keep going back and going over, making sure that we're proofreading every page and all the images look right and they're sized right. And the choices we make are the correct ones. We just turned on Pledge Over Time, which we hadn't realized wasn't on, and things like that. We're just kind of going over, combing it over and over again. And we spent some time this week too, or one of my assignments was to pre-write some of the updates by email that we would send to backers during the campaign. So we did at least one of them in advance. a friend and family email and a update with a little bit of research news. I'm trying to figure out how to make those interesting and like one, not too long, but like one little tidbit of interesting content in it, as well as, you know, links and calls to action and stuff. But that's basically where we're at.
Right.
Oh, and I will be at Author Nation also.
Great. It's always lovely when you join us. I'll share with you that we have shared with Christina just how impressed we were with your progress. From week to week, we see better images, better
Thank
text,
you.
better. Yeah, you guys are.
We could not have done this. We were saying a little while ago when we met before this meeting, we could not have done it without this group. We had such a huge learning curve to do this for the first time. We really could not have done it without all of the group, the support of the group, and the extra help we got from individuals too. We really appreciate it.
That's great. That's great. All right, so let's see what we've got today. So Isabella wants to share and to get those questions answered. Who else would like to share? I would love to look together again at the shorter transcript, the shorter script for my video. How about you, Teresa, Christina, Cody, Danielle?
I could just show you guys the books at the end if there's time. Maybe, can you see it? Maybe not with the background. I'll have to change it, take that off. But
The background is a
Pretty
little
close in front of your face, it should work.
yeah.
all right, I'll just take it off when it's time. We'll do that later if there's time. No rush.
Great. Yeah, there is time. There's going to be time because we'll make some time for that. So it sounds like there's less of a demand for sharing. Maybe we'll even have a shorter meeting today, you guys. Let's actually aim for a shorter meeting. So Isabella will go first, then John will go, and then Danielle. Is that cool by all of you? Yeah, no one feels neglected? Okay, perfect. So Isabella, you can also share your screen if you'd like, and we're here for you.
Sounds good. Okay, let me figure out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for like example, I do have, let's see. So this is for like people who did not, like it's just no reward selected. It was just like a bonus kind of like donation. Um, and it says the survey is not answered. I don't know if they really need to answer the survey, because I'm trying to get the surveys to 100% completed, without like, annoying people who don't need to complete it, with emails. So I'm wondering if that's an option. The other thing I was wondering is for people who are, let's see, I do have a few people. Okay, let's take, I think it's this person might have had. No, let me stop share for 1 second to find someone who switched their tiers. Okay, I'll share screen again. Okay, perfect. mm, Okay, this person was dropped, so let me find, sorry, another one. Okay, so this person had one tier that was tier 4, our highest one, and we did refund them for like part of it. But I'm wondering if I can switch like the reward other than just like adding a note to myself from what they're currently listed as. I don't know if anyone has ran into that issue where they're switching backers from one tier to another. That's okay. I mean, I'm fine with just doing a note to myself, but I can also send it over to Oriana and maybe they can add that in as a feature on Pledge Manager. That would be great.
It
But
does
yeah.
seem like it should be easier, right? For them
Yeah.
to like change to another pledge. Like you can do it before the payment goes through. It's fairly
Mhm.
easy to switch between pledges, but it seems like it should be easier.
Right. Because like I feel like it's not an uncommon like request. Like when you refund someone like partially, like it asks for the reason for the refund, and one of them is, switch reward or whatever. So I feel like that should be an option. Like right now I just have it manually in my notes, but I think like dealing with a high number of that makes it like I want to make sure that it's collected properly. So I can make that feature request to Oriana. I also have the question into her to answer on the call about whether you can have pre-launch and live at the same time. So we'll get an answer to that. But any other questions people have who they want answered on the call, let me know and I can send them her way.
Yeah. Teresa, you had a question? You're still on mute?
I do know you can have pre-launch and live at the same time because I do right now. Because I've
Oh,
got
okay.
pre-launch for volume 2. I had set it up before I launched volume 1 and went ahead and activated it. I just haven't done any promoting yet because I'm working on the banner for that. But then yes, you can have the pre-launch live at the same time.
Okay, great. That's good to know.
Okay. Isabella, I also recorded the screen as you were speaking, and I'll forward it to Jamie, and maybe we'll have some input there.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing. Okay, next is John, and she had the new text. I'm going to be pasting it in the chat. And I would love if you could have a look at this and be really honest with me. I've tried to incorporate some of Corey's feedback and some of your feedback from last time and make it short and sweet and not repetitive. I'll give you a minute to read. Feedback for John. Please be honest.
John, one idea, and maybe this is in here already. When you get to the part around the illustrations, maps, historical photos, you might want to like do a quick montage of like what those materials are. Just give us like a taste of all the cool stuff that you've collected, because that could be like a moment where, like the people's eyes light up and they go, whoa, this is going to be really interesting. So that would be my one. I mean, I read up to that point and I was like, this all sounds good. So that was my one thing that jumped out.
So what I hear from you is more visuals when I show, like showing, right? Okay, great. Thank you, Cody. Christina?
Yeah, I had a question. When you say there's more books and films to keep learning, is it to keep learning about the Holocaust? Is it to keep learning about, I think you need the word Holocaust in there again, not just at the beginning, but at either there or again, a real life role model of, and here's another chance after real life role model of like, courage under extreme circumstances or something, like another way to up the conflict right there
Great.
yeah, that's what I would change.
Great. So you're saying to do both, to add a list of books and films about the Holocaust to keep.
No, just you could say plus a list of books and films about the Holocaust to keep learning, not to list them, but just to say
Yeah,
are
of
they
course.
just in general about courage and bravery or yeah.
So I'll add there about the Holocaust and also maybe upping the stakes below, where it says and a message of courage during times of
This is your chance to give a child you care about a real life role model about, you know, sacrifice and survival or sacrifice, something high stakes there.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for that, Christina. Great. Any other feedback? Corey?
I think this is much punchier and quicker than than the previous versions, which I think is good because you want to keep it short. It'll probably be a good idea for you to like read this aloud and make sure that everything flows comfortably on your tongue and sort of figure out how long it actually takes you to read through this. But yeah, I think this is really good. And I like that you've got, sort of the more details about the book here, but also you're talking about why it's personal to you and what it will provide for the customer. So I think it's really good.
Okay, great. My fear is that like I didn't mention that that my family we're all Holocaust survivors from 4 grandparents, that I didn't mention that I'm an author. I didn't mention, the adult version of the book. Like I'm trying to reduce all of that, but I'm afraid that I'm taking some winning arguments.
Well, not everybody watches the video. I think more people probably scroll through the text than actually watch the video. So you can put all of that in your text. And I think that, yeah, the video, you're just trying to tease. You're not necessarily trying to give them everything.
Okay.
All of that stuff is just texture that makes your campaign page more interesting.
Okay, great. Thank you. And go ahead.
I'm feeling like the cover, for an analogy, I mean, the video is kind of like the cover of the book. The story doesn't need to be on the cover. It just needs to entice somebody to want to learn more. And I feel like the video is that way as well. It's kind of like, okay, you want to learn more. Says a woman who now should probably create a 3rd video. But
And generally speaking, you can have several, like you can have a video on top, but you can also embed videos below. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
I think just GIFs. I'm not positive though.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good question.
You can embed like a YouTube link to a video, and I think it plays in the I'm not 100% sure if it plays in your story or if it like takes you out to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put GIFs in there if you have something that you feel like can be explained in a GIF.
Okay, great. Great.
I think for this section where you talk about yourself on the page, like I think it would be very helpful if you if you have photos of your grandparents who are survivors, like I think, and like their names and maybe like a very short blurb about their stories, but I think like that would help as well, like if you want to include that. But I think, yeah, I think it's really great. Like I think
Yeah.
my one note was like, um, I think maybe ending on the next generation is maybe more powerful than the happy kickstarting. And then I also think when you say it's thrilling, fast, and age appropriate, I would say thrilling and fast are fairly similar. So I might just choose one of those and then do a different adjective for the other one, like inspiring or something like that.
Great. Perfect. I love that. Good.
I
Great.
have one note. I was starting automatically to proofread it, and then I realized as you're talking that of course it's a script, it doesn't matter. But in case it matters to you, in case you're also writing it out, you need to take out the comma after about. This is your chance to give a child you care about a real
100%.
life role. Yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever, it's just going to read it. But also I'm wondering about like whether you need another sentence or clarify a little bit about what you mean by a true story. Like are Felix and Irina characters, or are those actually the names of the historical people?
Yeah, this Destiny and I've been going back and forth. These
Yeah.
are real people, and Irina and her
Okay.
mom were recognized as righteous among the nations by the Yad Vashem Holocaust Museum in the State of Israel. Should I include it in the script?
Okay, so is any part of it fictionalized? It's all true story.
It's
I
historical
mean,
fiction.
you don't have dialogue,
Historical
things like
fiction.
that,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
fiction.
Yeah, and maybe you just need to say, a true story about real people. You say that they're models, but about historical people, historical figures.
And where I say a true story,
It's a true
about
story about real people.
story about real people. Yeah. And
I
maybe
like that line, courage doesn't come from superheroes. I think that could be like a good tag. A true story about real people, as Christina said, under extreme condition, showing grace under extreme pressure or something like that. Showing courage under extreme pressure.
that's great. Thank you so much, Vicky. Any other
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really moving.
Good, everyone. Thank you so much. And I would say again, to the power of the group, I didn't even think about including my grandparents in the story until I was um, meeting you like 3 minutes ago. So it just shows how there's this power, the urgency that comes from just speaking about it in front of people that you care about their opinions. So good for all of us. Last and not least, Danielle, and we will end shortly today. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to have lunch.
Perfect. Okay, so Books Factory, they sent like this little spiral one that has samples of all the paper in there, which is nice because you could see which ones you can see through. That makes it a little bit hard to read because you could see through the paper. So that was cool. Then they sent this sweet book that actually has the like cutout right here, which I haven't seen before. But I can't tell if you can see like the foil and stuff, but it's really nice quality. Like it feels good. All the pages are really nice. I can't believe they sent me all of these too, which is nice. And then they have this big one. Where's my camera? But the colors are really good. The foil or the sprayed edges are nice.
Which company is this last one?
These are all Books Factory. Based out of the EU. I think they also ship to the States though. But then they have like the custom headers in here and then also like the full page things. So overall, like I'm pretty impressed with the quality. These pages, like they're not tearing. Like I've heard that Book Vault's been having issues with that. So overall, I was really surprised. And they got to me pretty quickly for the samples. And I live in the middle of the ocean, like 600 miles from land. So it takes forever to get everything. So I was impressed how quickly they got this to me, and they sent these free of charge as well. But so yeah, if anyone's wondering about the quality so far, I'm impressed. And I will be talking with them on Monday about maybe doing my run. So yeah, just thought I would share. And that's it.
That's great. So Books Factory, that's the name?
Yeah, it's Books Factory. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah,
And
Books Factory, and they also ship, they're based out of Holland, I think, or Poland, but they have different places, like, and they ship to the US too, no problem, they said.
Interesting. I would love to know if anyone who is US based is actually using them for fulfillment. I'm very intrigued.
On the Kickstarter for authors, there was quite a few people. I think that's actually how I found them. So and they said that they were also good quality. I think shipping obviously would take a little bit longer, but they said that it wasn't bad. But that's
I've heard
just
it mentioned I've heard it mentioned in the group too. A lot of people say good quality.
Okay, great. And thank you for the link. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. And yeah, they look really beautiful. And I got intrigued with this open circle. I write historical fiction, so that elliptic, ooh, for me.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because one of the covers has that lady looking through the window. So I was like the shattered glass. I was like, I guess maybe that could work, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I have another new book cover design, so I just need to pick one.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's type in the chat things that we're committing to so that I can be a bitch next week. Great. Well done, you guys. I'm very impressed with us. It was such a fun, short session. Any other comment that anyone would like to share before we conclude?
I have just
couple of quick questions.
And it doesn't have to be quick, like we're
Okay.
25 minutes.
We were planning on going live on the 2nd and ending on the 19th. That's 17 days. Is that a good amount of time for our Kickstarter? Okay. And then my other question had to do with the backer swaps. Like I noticed, Teresa, on yours, you have links to check out these other campaigns. You did that? And
I
you,
did, yes.
okay.
There's the Kickstarter for Authors group, and then there's the Experience Kickstarter for Authors group, and that's where you can set up backer swaps. And I've gotten some pledges, uh, probably 2 or 3 pledges so far, just from the backer swaps, and I've only done 3. And today was the third, actually the third and fourth one. So I've done 4, but today was when I sent out the third 3 and 4. So yeah, I mean, it's just that the Experience Kickstarter for Authors group, and they've got in the featured post, they have all the info on how you can do that.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing. Like there's a separate website where you can kind of sign up for swaps, and then there's also regular posts where people post for swaps and then people comment underneath it. But because Facebook is, not ideal for the group, but that's where it is. It can be a little bit hard to track like who's swapping and when and that sort of thing. But it is super helpful, and there are a lot of people who are willing to swap in pre-launch. So like if you are already sending emails out to your followers about the fact that you're going to do a Kickstarter campaign, then it might be a good idea to find somebody in the swap pages and then send their campaign and be like, do you want to check out a campaign that's already running? Check out this great campaign by my author friend. They're doing this really cool thing. And then that person can share for you in one of their backer updates or newsletter updates later, even if your campaigns don't overlap. But you'll always want to, confirm with them that that's okay.
I created a spreadsheet to keep track of my own because I found the same thing, that app sheet or whatever. So I'm happy to make it that attempt, to share it. I'm just seeing how it works because I've only done a few, but I'll clean that up and then I'll just share it. I'll put in WhatsApp or send it to you, John, and you can send an email or something if anybody wants.
And you can also just reply to one of the old emails and everyone will receive it. Yeah, I think it will be very valuable, right, Christina? I think we're very interested, Teresa, in you sending that.
Okay, I'll do that. And I had one thing. Christine, was that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just a quick follow-up. The backer swap, you're including them in an email update. It's not like something you're adding to your page. It's not a sidebar or something.
No,
or a box, or
it
no,
would
it's
be
always an email.
So yeah, during the
Okay.
campaign, you'll send out backer updates to
Yeah.
the people who are following you, and you'll also probably send out newsletter updates. Some people only want to switch for like backer updates because they're more effective than newsletter swaps. I usually put them in my newsletter and in my backer updates, just I figure why not. And some people use links to track when, if their Kickstarter is being, who's actually sharing and so on and so forth. What else was that's what I was going to say to you. You said you were pre-writing some of your backer updates. Keep in mind that you could include images, you can include GIFs, you can do all the same like title, heading and subheading and paragraph like formatting that you can on your Kickstarter page. So, you can make them a little bit more dynamic than just like, here's a paragraph or whatever. So,
and that's a menu that's going to open up once we launch.
The
like
backer,
we can't see it yet.
Yeah. But the
right.
backer updates like basically work exactly the same in terms of formatting, work the same way as your Kickstarter story. So you can, you can have some variety in how they look. So when you were talking about like, what should I put in those backer updates? I think a great thing would be like, hey, here's a piece of research that we, came across.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, here's a picture, here's a video, here's like, you could do a list. You could rank the best Jack the Ripper movies or best Jack the Ripper books or something like that. All that sort of stuff that you would put on social media, you can also kind of do in your backer updates. You don't want to overwhelm them, but if you're looking for content, that's something you can put there.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Thank you.
And I've one, if because for the book fairs this week, I did do the Kickstarter secret reward. I created a link. Right now, all I have it as is they could get basically they can get the hardcover at a discounted price. But if anybody has any ideas and they want to send them to me, I'm open. I just have to figure it out by tomorrow morning at 9:20 a.m. because I've got the short link set up to go to the secret reward, and I just have to figure out what that is before I. So if anybody has any ideas, I'm open. That was it.
I mean, Teresa, for you, instead of doing a discount, it might be good to do just a digital reward, something you can fulfill without having to pay for it, even if you only have to do, if it's like a little bit of extra work for you,
Mhm.
like, you know, character photos or something like that, or if you have a bonus scene, or like a bonus prologue or epilogue or something, a quick side short story about one of the characters. Even if it was like, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be complicated. Like it could be 1,500 words and something that you sort of bang out, but like, you know, something that doesn't cost you anything always appeals to me as a bonus reward. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah.
Teresa, I learned that people kind of like bundles. And I would think about like maybe like 2 or 3 PDFs. One is about like you know, a secret map, and the other one is some you know, two recommendations for places you have to visit before you die that no one knows about. And
Mhm.
third, maybe something like how to write your own mystery book, you know, checklist of 10 things that I've learned over the years the hard way that you can just learn from my experience. So this
Those are great ideas.
kind of like bundle of these 3
Mhm.
things, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to click on, you know.
What I can do is because my protagonist is a travel writer, I can write the articles about those destinations as from her, like she's written the articles.
Mhm.
So you'll get Alex's, because I actually have the domain welltraveledpage.com because her name is Alex Page. And so eventually I wanted to have this whole website built out that's her articles. You know, it's like she's a real life travel writer. So that's a great idea. I could bundle the, you know, her articles about these places.
Mhm.
So thank you.
Right, yeah,
I love this group.
And as we begin to wrap up today, and speaking of travel, Danielle, would you mind like showing us where you are? And like, I used to think that you're in Portugal. Are you in Madeira? And where are you? Sorry, you're still on mute. I'm very curious. Still on mute?
Shit, sorry. Madeira, Portugal. Yes. It was a really beautiful sunset, so I had to come away from the cave and come check it out. So sorry for the distraction, but it was really gorgeous. It's done now.
Show
I don't
us?
know how to switch it around on my
Don't switch it around, just move it a little bit. Oh my God.
All right. So this is the ocean. The sunset was over here. It was really fiery. I don't know what you can see, but
Wow.
so if you guys ever end up in Portugal, come visit. I have space.
Oh my God.
But I've been missing the sunsets because I've been inside working. So I saw that one and it was beautiful. So I had to run out here.
So
So sorry
beautiful.
for the distraction.
Thank you for sharing this with us. If we ever travel, we'll make sure that the travel will not be murder.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to spend this time on Friday with all of you. I'll see you next week, same place, same time.
Right. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank
Have a good
you.
weekend.
Thanks.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.